we're in the golden era of the internet. I'm going to explain why. I don't think I can name a better time than now, and I think in the coronavirus, because obviously the coronavirus was terrible for many reasons. It took a lot of lives. It stopped a lot of people from doing their things. I think it put a lot of people in their depression. But I think in terms of internet evolution, I don't think there's been much of a better time, so to say, because I think with the coronavirus, now you've got a lot of companies considering their workers working from home, which I understand in a few cases has dwindled in a bit. But also, I think there's a lot less stress on students because now you don't have to be in class, you don't have to make that time, especially if you are on a schedule and you're sleeping in. You can either attend the class right there, or you can watch a video of it later on if you have something going on. I think before the coronavirus, that wasn't really much of an option. Students or teachers and professors weren't actually looking towards such an idea, and I think I'm getting distracted by the Elden Ring gameplay here because I just jump attacked this guy for like 30 minutes because it took me, whatever. But I don't think there's been a better time for people to go onto the internet and make stuff. You can make whatever you want on the internet nowadays. I know it might be a little bit challenging for people or typically it would be challenging for you because you're so busy. But now with the coronavirus around well, I guess nowadays, there's this in between. But if you still work from home because your company figured you can work well at home, you have a lot of time with your thoughts, which I don't think is always a perfect thing. Sometimes that can be a little bit discouraging for some people, and some people just really don't want to go with that. But I mean, for real, you're not limited by the factors you were. You don't have to be at that 9 to 5. You can maybe work a 9 to 2, so you have that extra 2 hours, plus you have to drive there, back, whatever. So I think now is a golden era for people to make things, because you can do a lot more things now than you wouldn't be able to do before. Of course, there's a lot of things you can't do that, or a lot of things that you could do, like you could go out, you could travel, that you can't do now. And for people like that, that's really unfortunate. But I think for people who love the internet, who've always had a dream to do something, I think now is the golden era to do it. Which I think that's awesome. But also at the same time, you've got to look in the perspective of the people who really do not like being at home all the time. They don't enjoy being cooped up, which is understandable. I know a lot of people like that, and which, well, while on the surface, I'm like, I don't understand you. It's not their fault. That's how they prefer it. I don't think you should be shit on for having a different perspective in life, which of course is not what I'm not trying to convey that here. I'm just trying to convey that now I think it is golden. There's a golden era for internet content that I don't think was here before the virus, because I think the last pandemic didn't require companies and what do you call it, schools and universities, colleges. It didn't require much thought into the future. You didn't have to think about your workers making it to work. You didn't have to think about you didn't have to think whether or not your students would be able to actually make it to class, or if they were comfortable with going to class because they thought they were going to get sick. I'm guessing you would just either call it off, or you would put in security measures and to ensure that it wouldn't be spread. But with something so contagious and frequent, such as the coronavirus, it really made a lot of people think in a different way. So I think in that way, coronavirus was a positive, very good. However, in the negative ways, there's also people who excel better when they're physically at work. There's a lot of people who underwent a lot of stress during this time. A lot of people became depressed. There was these batches of depression and whatnot. And that's really unfortunate, of course. But of course, I'm speaking as someone who's introverted, so I don't think it really affected me that much because either way, I was still going to work because I was considered an essential employee. I worked at a warehouse in DeBert. I worked for Sobeys. Pretty good overall. It was very taxing on my body, but I think that'll be another discussion for another time. For now, I'm just going to chill here, talk about what I want to, and I would really like to hear your guys' opinion on this because this isn't just a topic that should be shared through one mindset. We all went through the same thing or similar things. Some of us have lost loved ones, other ones haven't. Some of us, but we all went through the pandemic, right? None of us were safe. None of us didn't wear masks. And if you are one of those people, I don't want you watching, right? You're an asshole. I'm just gonna say, nobody really needs you. Right? If you think the government did this, go ahead. But uh, anyway, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on it, and maybe I'll expand on this idea in another video where I'm playing this or another game, or maybe I'll stream this game and I'll talk to you guys. It's all on your perspective. So I think for the introverted people like myself, the internet has allowed me to spend some more time with what I want to try out. So I'm trying out content creation. I'm learning Adobe. I'm learning Premiere Pro. I've got a lot more time to learn French and stuff. Like I'm trying to sit back and learn new languages and new skill sets on top of trying to be a lawyer, right? But because I have so much extra time now, I'm trying to be a bilingual lawyer, bilingual judge, which is, it's really far down in the future. But I think before coronavirus, I was always stuck to a schedule where I'd get up, I'd study, I'd go to work, and I'd come home. But I'd have to, I'd have to go into classes, so there wasn't really much that my mind could do for the other, few hours that I wasn't on work. And on my days off, I really just wanted to lay there and just relax for a day. I just wanted to be alone, which I think also helped me. I think while COVID has helped introverts, or not helped introverts, well, it has not hurt people like me so much as it has people who are extroverts. I think it has helped me become more of an extrovert because it got to the point where, I wasn't hanging out with my friends all the time, and I'd have to talk with people, online, which I guess is considered an introvert thing, but before that, I think I didn't have any confidence to do what I'm doing now, and I'm speaking in a low voice. It might seem as me being nervous. I kind of am, because I live in a dorm room now, and I don't want to disturb anybody who's around me. So I'm generally pretty quiet in here, because I understand the pain of not wanting to disturb anybody, and it can be pretty difficult, because I myself do get annoyed at some of the noise and whatnot, but that's just what it is. I'm not going to get too mad and start shaking my fist and tell people, I'm 20. I should probably be out there partying myself, but I just don't. I like alcohol once every 6 months, I think I got derailed off the topic pretty hard here, but I'm sticking to this topic now. Fuck it, it's my video. You can't tell me what to do. Man, what else was I gonna talk about? Because we're in a golden era, I'd say, because there's a lot of chances. I think that's what I've been trying to. That's the idea I've been trying to portray this entire video. The internet, the corona has given a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities, a lot of time for people who didn't previously have that time. Given people like me who wished for more time, not having to attend class and work at the same time, so not having to work. My usual schedule was I would get up at 7, I'd leave at 8, and I'd get back home around 12 a.m., right? Like, I'd be gone most days for 14 plus hours. And I'd try and spend 8 hours sleeping, right? So you take that all into consideration, that's 22 hours. I'd only actually have 2 hours of time to myself, but I really wouldn't, because I'd get up at 7 and I'd be getting ready. And when I come back home at 12, that's just 7 hours. I'd like to spend that 7 hours sleeping. So 5 days out of the week, I had no, well, I can't even say that because I'd also be working some days on the weekends. Some days I'd be, off on the weekdays, but I'd still be going to school and I just want to relax those days. It's really off and on thing, especially when I was working full time and I wasn't actually a student. I would just want to sleep because my job was very physically taxing. And during the coronavirus, during its peak, we would get a lot of, we'd have to move a lot of things because for some reason people were buying, they were stocking up on toilet paper, which was fun. And then we were also running out of food. The shelves weren't being stocked as much. Thankfully, I didn't work during the truckers' convoy in Canada. I think I would have actually wanted to die because during that time, a lot of places didn't get their food. Even local companies, they would have a problem because a lot of that food comes from truck drivers that are out of state and whatnot. So it's anyway. I know for sure I've definitely gone off topic now, but we're in a golden era of the internet. And if you want to try something, do it. People have been saying that for years, but I think now, when COVID is finally calming down and people are going back to normal, except the one exception there, I suppose, is that you can now do everything digitally, right? You don't have to. Sometimes you don't even have to get dressed. Most days I don't get dressed. Fuck that. I like just being in my pajama pants on the computer, recording, doing voiceovers and whatnot. But yeah, so really, now is the best time to do what you want. I tried streaming, couldn't keep on top of that because I was home. I didn't want to bother my girlfriend. I don't like bothering her. It's not that she's, a very mean-spirited person or whatever, but she goes to work too. She likes her sleep, and she likes hanging out with me as much as she can because we don't get a lot of time, considering we don't live that far. We only live like 2 hours away or something, but I don't have a vehicle, and I don't want her using her vehicle to drive 2 hours every day, along with going back to work. So 4 hours a day of driving, I don't think it's worth it. Which will bring me to my next topic. I'm just complaining now. Housing where I live is impossible. Like finding apartments and stuff, that is insane. Because I live in Canada. I am a Canadian, I will say it. But there's a huge issue with housing. Like finding an apartment is extremely complex. It's difficult. Where I live, especially, you have this big university where some people nowadays don't want to live in the dorms. They're living off campus. You've got rent evictions, I think they're called. You have landlords rent evicting their tenants because they want to do renovations because they couldn't do it during COVID. So now they're getting to that point. And some people just don't want to have you in their apartment complex if you don't have the proper references and stuff, which I get. But like, me personally, I'm trying to find a house and I can afford it, right? I have the money. I have everything saved. I have investments. I've got all this, but they just don't want to listen to me, which is unfortunate, but I definitely get it, right? I'm a student. My girlfriend works at a job that doesn't pay her super well. And they're always concerned about, getting rent payment on time, which I totally understand. And if I don't have the papers backing it up to say, hey, yeah, I've got my savings, they're gonna be like, sure, buddy. I don't want to show them my banking balance, and I can't show them my investments because it literally just doesn't allow me. Because that's very confidential stuff, very confidential data. So yeah, it's super difficult to find a place you want to live, but you know, I understand. But at the same time, God, I just want a place to live. I'm good for it, dude. I was almost desperate to try and afford a $1,500 apartment because that's the only place that I could find. But it's just, I don't think it's worth it. I'm trying to find a place that's $1,200, $1,000, $1,200, either or. I'm fine with anything. But wow, is it ever difficult? And landlords don't make it easy either. Some of them are, they're just mean spirited, and I don't understand why. They leave you on edge, which is a problem I want to discuss. Because coronavirus has made everything digital, I'm going to talk about the negatives of this. Now that they're not doing physical showings, they have no right, or they have no, what would you call it? They have no requirement to call you back, right? Like, they could just leave you on red and just edge you. There's no follow-up saying, no, you didn't get it. There's none of that, which is super unfortunate, right? Because you're just blue-balling me. And as a guy who really just wants to know if you got an apartment or not, I would, I think that's pretty vital information. You are only hindering my ability to look elsewhere for an apartment, right? Because if I'm thinking that one's the one, maybe I'm hoping and I'm expecting a call back from them, and it just doesn't happen. That's a heartbreaking death, by the way. I can't believe I actually spent like 25 minutes on this guy. I really shouldn't have done that. This guy's not that hard, and I'm pretty sure I say that during the recording. I'm just like, wow, that I shouldn't have died to this, which is, on one hand that's fair, on the other hand, it's a hard boss. You can't blame me. You probably can, actually. Oh, very nice. Okay, but anyway, that's my rambling. I guess just enjoy a montage of me dying, winning. Yeah. Have a good day. Oh, fucking ass ladder. But I just want this. Yoink. Sure, yeah. Ooh, that's a bad one. You want to avoid that. Oh, yeah, very cool. Hey, can you mind if I just don't drink too? I press the button twice, but don't do it. What? So isn't there supposed to be a second one? Fuck the second one. If you insist. 90% of my tactic in this is just roll a million times. What's happening? Okay. Bro, that's cool and all, but like, chill. Chill. Oh, okay. Or don't. No! And a bow. And a bow! Oh shit. Dude, I'm drinking. Cannot talk to me while I'm drinking. It is illegal. Nice dude. No. Okay. My girlfriend is messaging me. Do I sacrifice it? What is more important to me? My relationship or killing this guy? I'm afraid Dude, what's happening? Don't kill me, actually. Don't kill me. That'd be very funny, but don't do it. Yeah, don't mind me. Just join a sip. Just join a sip. Join a sip. Man, I wish you'd just run off. Stupid little bull. Stupid bull. Stupid. Oh, man. Not the time I want to be in front of you. God, that you know, didn't kill me, so. Sure. Boy, buddy. Alright. Hello? Hello? Just die. Ah, very cool. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, you're a good one. I respect it. I respect it. I don't want to, but I will. Oh man, these stutters. You know, I'm pretty sure that there's a grace around here. Very cool. At least I believe there should be. Ethically, morally, it's just the correct thing. However, I understand. Not completely, actually. I don't understand at all. Those things are fucking disgusting. I don't care what anybody says. Hello, friend. I just want this. I just want this. I just want this. I just want this. Oh, you're dying. It's about to be... It's not about to be me. Dude, suck it. My... What? What am I looking at? Ah, pile of nothing. Oh my god. What had happened? Am I about to find out? God, I hope not. Oh, oh, look at you. You are ugly. Are you gonna eat me? Do you care about me? Interesting enough, the answer is yes. What the fuck is going on, dude? I can only see the bottom, and it is sure is real ugly from down here. Ah, oh wow, that's. I'll survive this. I'll survive this. I look at that. Survived, and I landed on my feet. Stick the landing. What's wrong with you? Ew. Truly are a monstrosity, aren't you? Okay. Still have all my runes because I forgot to use them. Oh, okay. Hey, that's pretty cool. Oh man. This is just unfortunate. Man, what a beautiful world, though. I'll be damned if I don't. Oh, it's you again. I don't think I can. You know? Oh wow, this is a burnt down herb tree. I don't think I can. Not this time. It was fun the last time, but this time I don't have it in me. Never mind. Hey man, I'm chilling. $12 more damage, huh? Whatever, I'll take what I can get. It's probably like one of the worst ones to use for this boss, I guess, because it doesn't use the same thing. Holy damage. Holy magic. Dude, I understand that I'm partially to blame, because I'm just standing here like a moron. But I hate you. Hello, it's me again. This guy gave me PTSD. This guy, the first time I fought him, it was in the folklore grave, I think, or whatever, the hero's grave. And he was in a space that was just like two of him, except he occupied the middle. I'd say the space was about 1.5 times his size, his width, whatever you'd call it. I don't understand. But it was entirely a fuck dungeon made from software just to mess with me, right? So I was terrified when I met with him again. I mean, the visual is cool and all, it's a burnt down nerd tree. He's obviously a suffering tree spirited. There's a lot of symbolism to take from this. And it's also cool that they didn't just use him twice and, terrible atmospheres where I'm stuck in a small dungeon getting my butt fucked by a gigantic snake thing with arms. Other than that, this boss was really cool. I just wanted to come in because I don't think I say anything interesting. I don't think I've said anything interesting through this entire video, and I'm still going to be uploading a 30-minute video, which will probably take some time on its own. And I'm just complaining to complain at this point. Whatever. But I also wanted to complain about Adobe in this section. I'm not, because, it was just my fault. I couldn't figure out why the video wasn't showing up. I figured out it's just because I didn't actually update the software, because I haven't used it in 6 months or something. Last time I used the software was when I paid a bunch of Twitch streamers to see if they can say my name, which I've changed since then, unless it's still Toxishka, which it might be. I might change it back again. Then I put the profile picture to a really stupid picture of my face, and the picture I think is actually pretty dope. I think I look good in a suit and a tie. Whatever. Oh, is my It's my there's like a wind storm or something coming out outside, and I think you can pick it up on the microphone, whatever. Or it's just my wet ass mouth. Anyway, I was terrified when that guy disappeared because I thought it would just reset his counter, and I was stoked when I killed him. But yeah, he was an interesting boss. Adobe, you almost made me hate you. You didn't work for like 10 minutes, and I was getting real nervous and pissed off. I pay a lot of money for you. Um, but yeah, no, that's just been my ramblings. I hope you enjoyed my little splits of Elden Ring, a little spout about everything. And I'll probably do more. I like playing Elden Ring and talking over it afterwards, even though it hurts my voice, which is why I'm doing the soft voice, by the way, which is also, it's not because the roommate's next to me and I don't want to bother them, but it's also because my voice is just a little baby and I can't do it. But yeah, y'all have a good night.